Today on Live Daily News, the manhunt that began yesterday is now over. Former President Donald Trump was shot over the weekend, and Fairmount Cemetery is hosting a cleanup. I'm James Bellini, and this is Live. We'll get to the news in a minute, but first, a quick message from Mammoth Roofing.
Hi, I'm Trisha Lira, third-generation roofer and owner at Mammoth Roofing Services. I love what I do, and what I do is build the world's best roofs. Need financing? I got you. 12 months, 0 interest. I'm Trisha Lira. I want to be your roofer for life.
Kicking off the news, the manhunt in the south side of San Angelo has ended, according to information released by the Tom Green County Sheriff's Office. On Sunday, July 14th, around 7 o'clock p.m., the Sheriff's Office, SAPD, and DPS responded to the 800 block of U.S. Highway 87 South regarding a gunshot victim. That victim was transported to Shannon Medical Center, and witnesses on scene stated they saw a man and a woman running north into a wooded area. A perimeter was established and a ground search began. The Tom Green County Sheriff's Office, SAPD canines and drone units, and the DPS ground and aircraft units all assisted in the search, but after nearly 10 hours, the search was terminated. This morning, sheriff deputies responded to the 700 block of Fairview School Road regarding suspicious circumstances. On scene, they observed the two subjects running south towards Grand Canal Road. The woman, identified as 36-year-old Gloria Jaramillo, was taken into custody after a lengthy manhunt. 37-year-old Michael Pacheco was taken into custody as well. Jaramillo has been charged with evading arrest, and Pacheco will face additional charges in addition to the murder warrant he had out of New Mexico. Both subjects, though, have been arrested, and there is no longer a threat to the community, and the Tom Green County Sheriff's Office does want to thank the SAPD, Homeland Security, and the Department of Public Safety for their assistance in this event. Also, this investigation is active. Over the weekend, former President Donald Trump was holding a rally in Butler, Pennsylvania. While giving his speech at the podium, gunshots rang out and President Donald Trump reached for his right ear before being swarmed by Secret Service. Blood was seen running down the former president's face as he pumped his fist into the air before being escorted out of the area. 20-year-old Thomas Matthew Crooks was identified as the shooter, and he was shot and killed at the venue. Trump was taken to a hospital and has been cleared. Have you downloaded the new San Angelo Live mobile app yet? It's free, and it's the best app in the business. Download it off the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store to stay up to date with news in San Angelo. The staff at Fairmount Cemetery is conducting a cleanup of the grounds. During this, flowers and other items are removed from grave sites, and anyone who wants to preserve any items were instructed to last week remove them, and any items that are found will be held for a week and disposed of on July 22nd. Lot owners are reminded to only place flowers on the sides of graves or in the cradles on top of the monuments. And for further information, residents can contact Fairmount at 325-655-9475. Into weather, expect a hot start to the week, as right now it's 100 degrees outside with a high of 103. The low tonight is 73. Tomorrow the high is back up at 103, and tomorrow night the low is 74. On Wednesday, the high is 102, and Wednesday night the low drops to 74. And that night, we also have about a 20% chance of thunderstorms. On Thursday, those rain chances increase to 50% over the day. The high will be 97, and the low that night will be 71, and those storm chances drop back 20%. On Friday, the high is 98, and there's a 40% chance of showers. When we come back, Ryan Chadwick will have sports, and then we went to Shannon and talked with their cancer center. But first, a word from the Bass Bunch.
It's our giant tag sale at Jim Bass Cars and Trucks.
Just cutting up tags for our giant tag sale.
Right now, during our giant tag hail sale, you can get a brand new 2024 Nissan Versa for just $15,999.
Don't miss our giant tag sale, only at Jim Bass Cars and Trucks, Houston, Hart, and Arden Road, or 24/7 at bassbunch.com.
The entire Angelo State Rams basketball team received excellent news today. The National Association of Basketball Coaches recently announced the 2023-24 Team Academic Excellence Award recipients. And the Rams under head coach Vinay Patel received that recognition for their outstanding academic performance during this past academic year. To qualify for the award, the Rams had to maintain above a 3.0 grade point average for the entire year. In addition, the Rams' Barlow Alazuro, Trey Farr, and DJ Freeman were named to the Honors Court. To make the Honors Court, these three young men had to maintain an even higher GPA of 3.2 or better. Congratulations, gentlemen, for the great academic achievement this past year. And for more sports around the Concho Valley and beyond, be sure to check in every day at sanangelolive.com/news/sports.
It's hard to believe how reckless some people can be and how hard they fight against real victims. You need a partner who consistently beats the giants and who will never, ever flinch.
James Berlin here with Ramon Rodriguez, Oncology Service Line Director here at Cancer Center. Ramon, how are we doing today?
Doing good. How are you, James?
I'm doing good. Let's cut right to it. You got a brand new, beautiful building here. Let's talk about the services y'all offer to patients who are going through a really tough time.
Sure. So, yeah, we're grateful. We opened in October of 2023, so a little less than a year now. We've had some services that carried over from where we used to be over at the Magdalene building, but we've also expanded. Some of our core services remain intact, which is our radiation oncology and our medical oncology side. We've been able to expand those. Now we have 2 beam-matched linear accelerators that are top of the line in our radiation side. We offer image guidance, stereotactic treatments. That's newer in this building is we are a tattoo-less facility now, meaning for patients that are candidates for radiation and about to undergo radiation therapy, traditionally and historically sometimes tattoos are used to localize and make sure there is an effective and safe positioning for patients. Nowadays we have infrared technology that eliminates all that altogether, so it really is a neat service for our patients that they don't have to have a constant reminder on their body of maybe a tough time in their life or a journey that they just rather not remember or something like that. So so that's a couple new things on the radiation side. On the medical oncology side, we did carry that over from Magdalene, but we've expanded tremendously. We have 28 patient treatment stations in our infusion area. We have an expanded nurses station. We are able to do immunotherapy, chemotherapy, molecular therapy. So we're really excited about what the future we can offer here. We have also an on-site pharmacy, dedicated oncology pharmacy. Grateful to have that. Really some of our expanded services that we didn't have over in the Magdalene Clinic that we now have is our PET CT scanner here you see behind us, and really offers some good service. We used to use a mobile trailer out at St. John's campus, but we now have the investment here and able to offer some expanded studies, prostate-specific membrane antigen therapy, scanning, PSMA PET scans. We went live with those a couple months ago. That's a new and a first to Shannon. We also hope to bring some newer gallium-based imaging studies as well that we've never been able to replicate here in Shannon or offer. We also have quite a bit of supportive services here in the Cancer Center. So we have social work, nurse navigators, financial navigator, registered dietitian. A couple of those folks just help support not only our patients but also our frontline team members, make sure that we can just deliver the care comprehensively for the patients, not just really one thing at a time, trying to look at everybody as a whole.
Right, and you mentioned a lot of, what are some of the specific cancers that are maybe, common in this area in the Concho Valley maybe?
Yeah, so we are a regional comprehensive community center. So what that really means is our teams are not really set up to individualized, specialized care, whereas if you go to maybe a larger academic medical center, in the Metroplex areas, things like that, you may have a specific medical oncologist that only does breast cancer, or one that only does lymphomas. For us, our physicians are really, they have to have a Swiss Army knife of knowledge. Our teams have to be a comprehensive team as well. So they really are here to help support we treat all cancers. If we do need to coordinate care with higher level or academic centers for whatever reason, our teams do that pretty routinely as needed to best care for the patient.
It seems like y'all just do a lot for an individual who's going through. Let's face it, if you have cancer, you're going through a rough time.
Sure.
So, what are some of the other services? Maybe you mentioned social workers. Cancer is so much more. Not just physical on your body, but the mental aspect of it can beat you down too.
Yeah. So it's definitely not. When patients and families are undergoing this disease and this disease process, it's not something that's one-sided or there's not a single magic silver bullet out there to help tackle it all. And so we're really fortunate. We have a team of specialists that can help really try to look at the patient as a whole. Our physicians do an exceptional job. I mean, they're really they're not only in tune to the medical side of our patients' needs, but also help work with all of our support teams to make sure that they engage them appropriately. It's just, it can be very taxing emotionally, along with the physical side effects, the burdens that can come with cancer. But we hope to help we have a team of social workers that they're there to help address the psychosocial needs and stressors that can come with it. And not just for the patient, as a caretaker, there can be some things, some uncertainty. How do I best take care of my loved one? What am I supposed to do? What am I not supposed to do?
Right.
And those are some things that are very common, and we want to make sure we have a team to assure and help those folks that they're doing the right thing and that we can help them. We have services and support to help them, such as sit down one of our social workers. We really charge our team to work with our community. There's a lot of great community resources out there, existing programs that are already in place that we definitely don't want to reinvent the wheel. We want to just be a good community partner, be knowledgeable about it. That way when patients, whether it's here in San Angelo, we also treat patients in the region too, so whether it's here or somewhere out of town, we want to make sure we're in tune to see how we can best connect the patient, the family, caretakers with whatever they need, whatever that might be. We may not have the answer, but we definitely want to make sure we can connect them with it, if that makes sense.
Right. It seems like everybody wants an answer right away, especially when you're going through something serious. But a lot of the time it is working through a checklist of making sure that, hey, okay, it's not this, and you just want to get everything lined out.
Sure.
Sort of.
Yeah, and there's sometimes there can be, it can be especially in the diagnostic and workup process, it can be really overwhelming. A lot of uncertainty and a lot more questions than answers. And at some point, there is almost a little bit of a prioritization of like, hey, let's make sure we got everything we need for you to get through day one, week one, month one. Let's get you lined up. Let's make sure we got the infrastructure and resources in place at home. And it's definitely not something that we try to promote. This isn't something that's going to change overnight. Right. In terms of we're not, like you said, we're not going to have all the answers maybe overnight, and we're not going to win this battle overnight. Right. It's definitely a long-term battle, and we're gonna work through it together with you. And it's something that we definitely take pride. Our teams take pride in really walking alongside those patients.
Right. And I think this is going to kind of be an obvious, but this is obviously a big deal for San Angelo. People in San Angelo obviously probably love having this service here in San Angelo. They don't have to go to Dallas. They don't have to go to Austin or MD Anderson or something. Sure. Just how big is it to have this center here in San Angelo? Oh,
it's huge. And at the end of the day, going back to the original Shannon mission and legacy of really taking care of the community here, that's really the goal of this center, our teams and all of our initiatives is really how are we doing to take care of our community. And for us in the Cancer Center, it means how are we taking care of our cancer patients in the community and the cancer support families in the community. And so it's huge. There's data out there that says, quantitative data that says the more you can leverage your own support systems, sleep in your own bed, it has a better chance of better outcomes. And better is a relative word, right? But at the end of the day, you're not worrying about, am I going to stay in a hotel for 6 weeks? Am I going to have to eat fast food in a hotel for 6 weeks? Or am I going to be around the loved ones, my church families, my relatives, my support system, sleep in my own bed? So for us to be able to provide that through the Shannon legacy is really just a blessing, and really just grateful to be able to take care of our neighbors as best we can.
Yeah, that's got to be a big relief off people being able to stay home, go to church on Sundays. It's the same church they're going to, not having to live out of a hotel or out of a car. They can sleep in their own bed. That the mental aspect on that has to be a big relief to people in the area. Hey, it's home. We're in San Angelo.
Yeah.
We live here. This is where we're getting help from.
Yeah, and we're grateful to be a part of that journey more than anything. And so something we don't take for granted. And it's just a wonderful asset to our community.
Yep. Was there anything I missed that you wanted to maybe get across?
No, I think with the new center, we're still growing. There's definitely some things down the line that we definitely want to continue to incorporate to better serve our community. But we're just grateful and appreciative to be here and be a part of that journey for all of our patients and their families. So.
All right. Well, this has been Ramon Rodriguez here at Shannon. We appreciate you.
Yeah.
Thank you for letting us come into this building and letting us see everything y'all have to offer. It is truly, a beautiful building.
Well, thank you. Appreciate your time.
Yes, sir.
Awesome.
Back to you guys.
When it comes to unique pieces you can't find anywhere else, Kano's Diamonds and Coins is your one-stop shop. With over 24 years in the diamond and coin industry, Kano's Diamonds and Coins is West Texas's choice for diamonds, jewelry, coins, silver, and gold. Owner Bill Kano stands by his work and offers free consultations, including estate jewelry. Don't just trust anyone with your valuables. Come see the staff at Kano's at 1016 West Beauregard in San Angelo.
Thanks for watching the Live Daily News Show, the only locally owned news show in the Concho Valley. Go like us on Facebook, X, and other social media platforms, and download the San Angelo Live app today to stay up to date on all the news from in and around the Concho Valley. Thanks again, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.